let's move on to the Rangers, I guess.
Okay,
That's
sure.
that's a
Hot take.
hot thing going on right now.
where they
Drury came out,
Yeah, and said
sent
they're
a
not-
letter out to all the fans saying that we're gonna retool.
which is weird because it's not like they're a young team. Like they're on the upper side.
Yeah.
Like I know they made the trade for Miller. It looks like that trade hasn't really worked out for them.
Yeah. Well, it hasn't truly worked out for neither yet. But just, I don't know, man. Just like, okay, before we talk about the Rangers, this word, retool, what the hell does it mean anymore?
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, does it mean we can't say rebuild, but we have to say a nice, fancier word? Or are
Well,
we
I
just saying
think-
that we're moving players laterally? Like, the player that we have, we're just substituting with another player. That's all. That's
So-
a retool.
so-
Isn't that a normal...
No, so the way I see it
philosophy?
is okay. So like there's rebuild, retool, and there's just compete, right?
But
so
then, what is it, Alvin, GM of what's it, Alvin? What the hell is his name from Vancouver Canucks?
Okay.
Patrick Alvin, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. And he came with he was saying a certain word before a couple of weeks ago, hybrid
you rebuild.
retool.
Okay,
Like they're using these bizarre terminologies.
it just confuse the fan base.
Yeah, confuse the fan base. Like, what are you doing? So, like, yeah. Anyways, just going back to a retool, what you were explaining.
So like
Yeah.
what I was thinking is like rebuild is when you're all in. Like when I think rebuild, I'm like okay.
To the core, gut. Like,
To
you're
the gut.
taking
So
it.
that's like your San Jose's and stuff, like how
Yeah.
they just decided like last couple of years they weren't going to compete. They were
Yeah.
just going to try and accumulate assets and then build up their prospects pool. And now like you can see it's kind of paid off and they have a deep prospect pool and like some of the players are starting to come through now and they're in a playoff spot, which is great, right?
Mhm.
So now there's that teams like that. Then you have your retools and like teams that I put in this category would be like Winnipeg. I guess now the Rangers, right? Teams that
Yeah.
are like on the cusp, but they may be missing like one or two pieces, right? And then you have your teams that are competing. And like for them, I think it's just like, one or two players that they need to compete. So like your Carolinas, teams like that, maybe they're just one player away from winning it all, right?
So with the Rangers' point of view, when you're saying retool,
I think
when Drury came out and said that we're gonna retool,
Yeah.
what do you think that means?
so. I think they already said they're not renewing Panarin, and
Okay.
they're gonna look to shift. Who knows? Maybe like we were talking about. I think earlier you said maybe Carolina might be a destination for him or something like that
Mhm.
too, right? So, but the thing that kind of sucks about it too is like you come out and say you're retooling. I think a lot of teams like you're not gonna get as much value back for your player, right? Because
Yeah,
they
but-
know you're looking to move them.
My thing with the stupid retool word means like every team that's not in the playoff spot is technically retooling.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well, that's all it is, right?
like,
So you're
what
trying to
the
find
hell
that
does it-
balance.
A retool used to mean was we have this core of players. Like we have these guys are a bunch of 26, 28-year-olds.
Mhm.
And we're just taking this 26, 28-year-old and we're substituting for another 26, 28-year-old. And we're just going to move some of the core players. And that's our retool. We're done. But now that the way that they're trying to explain retools, it means no. We're not just getting draft picks and prospects. We're just going to go younger. So, but that's not a retool. You are rebuilding. You have to go younger. It is a rebuild. Why are you calling it a retool? I don't know, man. It's just
So I think it's one
confusing.
thing. I think it's one thing too. It's like the way it comes across to fans and through to media and other teams. Like if you're a fan and you hear rebuild, you're like, oh, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah, it's over.
It's over.
No point. Let's
And
a couple
I guess-
years where we suck.
and I guess for them too, like it's like, oh, it'll hurt ticket sales because people don't want to go watch your team get smoked
yeah,
every day, right, or every game.
yeah.
But like then you come out retool. Okay, we'll make one or two moves, and then like our windows. I guess like the way they see it is like they're still in the window to win.
They're
Like,
dead last. Rangers are
No,
dead
that's
last right now.
in the East, but they're the only team in the East with a losing record.
Really?
They're one team.
Oh,
They're one game back, but they're the
Yeah.
only team in the East with a losing record right now.
Jeez, I didn't even realize that.
Yeah.
I didn't look at that, but
I was looking at standings today, so I was like,
Yeah.
oh, they're
Yeah.
just. But like you know what I mean? Like it's so tight in the East too, where like one or two players are just change something, right?
so what do you? Okay, so just back with the Rangers and everything.
Yep.
Drury comes out, says that we're retooling. Panarin, they already announced that they're not re-signing him. They're gonna trade him off. So what do you see the next year's Rangers look like? Like what if they're retooling? Then what else do you think they're gonna do?
Well, the crazy thing is too is like they have pieces, like they have great goaltending, right?
Yeah.
and with like Shesterkin. So you have goaltending. Like you look at the boxes, right? So they have great goaltending. Then you have JT Miller, decent center. You had Zibanejad, decent goal scorer when he's on, right? And then you have number one D man in Fox. So I'm like, really, like you have all the pieces you need to be somewhat competitive. It's just like, what can you change? Because something's got to change. Like they're not doing well with what they have. You know, there's been injuries too. Like Shesterkin's out now, right? So
To me, it's been the same problem as last year. They're too slow.
mm-hmm.
When I watched them, they're maybe the most slowest team
which
I could find.
Which is like crazy because like a couple of years ago they were like right on it.
Well,
right?
that's what happened. But see, the thing is, NHL's meant for young kids now, man. You got to be young. And even Mika right now. Mika's on year 4 of his 8-year contract right now. And he's at $8.5 million. He is going to be 36 by the time the contract's over. He's 32 years old. He just scored a hat trick last night. He's on a tear. I think in 48 games, he has 46 points. Oh, no, 46 games, he has 48 points.
Okay.
He's on an absolute tear. This is like the highest trade value chip that you have now. You're never going to get more from Mika than you can right now. Like, I mean, I would be healthy scratching him tomorrow and trading him off now. So this is it. Like you're not gonna get better than right now.
But the problem is like, okay, like you trade him away. You kind of know what you have with Zibanejad, right? You're gonna trade him away, and then you might not know what you're getting back, right? Like, oh, like same thing with JT Miller. Okay, they traded for him, signed him. Do you think that the JT Miller that was in Vancouver is comparable to the JT Miller now?
No, I just think that the entire team, they're just too old. JT needs some young players to play with too. If you are gonna hold on to him, which it seems like they are, because they need some kind of veteran leadership. If they're even gonna do a so-called retool or they're gonna do a rebuild, whatever they're gonna do, they're gonna need some veterans. I think they're gonna keep Shesterkin. They're not letting him go. Yeah, that's just like you could. If you're gonna retool, that means you're gonna do it on the fly within 2 years. So you're keeping him. You're keeping Adam Fox because of franchise defenseman, right? Everybody else, I feel are expandable. Alex Lafreniere, having a terrible year this year. I think he's only like 10 goals, 28 points. But I don't think this is the best time to trade him. Trade value is really low. I think I'll rather just sit and wait.
You should have traded him last year when he was like.
Should have traded him last year. Yeah. But
that's
they
the problem
didn't.
too,
But
like,
I think Mika is the perfect candidate.
So the problem with thing is like, do you just like have these players have these great seasons, just trade them? I don't think it works out like that. Like they're
no, but I think you're starting to notice that for a first overall guy that they drafted, the guy that's supposed to be what he never lived up to the expectation, and I don't think he will. I really thought this was going to be the year that he kind of cements his way and says that he's a legit number one winger. But
I think usually the first thing that happens in a retool anyways is the coach is gone, right? So always when you start off with a retool or something, you try and change the easiest thing or something that's not going to affect.
No, but they already changed coaches before. Like the coach is not going to solve their problems. They're too old. Panarin, they already decided. So as soon as they said Panarin's gone, he's an older guy. He wants to stick around, but they're not going to give him the money that he wants. They're going to trade him out. Vincent Trocheck looks like another guy. Good chip. They may trade him off as well. There were some rumblings, but I think Mika right now has a lot of value because to think about it, look at his age at 32. He's at his peak right now.
Prime,
like I'm not saying his prime. I personally think that he was really good a couple of years ago. I think maybe like 2 years ago. After that, I feel like he's been coming down. Even though he's snapping right now, points wise and everything. But I don't think you can win with him. So trade him. This is the best you're gonna get from him. Trade him right now. He just scored a hat trick again, right? So he's been on a tear for the last 2 weeks. I think that's what the Rangers should do and get going. This retool thing it's a dumb name. You guys are too old and you guys are too slow. You guys can't compete with anybody. So speed up.
But then look at like even though they're not doing well right now, like Florida, when I see like identity wise, like the way they play, like
no, they don't play like the Panthers, man. They don't hit like the Panthers. They don't move like the Panthers. Yeah, this Panthers of course is a little different. But Rangers, I personally, when I watch this team play, I don't even know what their identity is. Are they built on speed? Are they built on toughness? What are they built on? I have no idea. So just looking at that, I personally would try to trade some of those players, go get some prospects and picks. That's what I would do. I'm not saying it's going to be a full so-called retool where they're going to swap players. I don't think there's no point of doing that. You guys are going to fail. I think it's rather go collect your draft picks, Go get some super young kids who haven't made the NHL yet, may make it in a year or two, and then you're just gonna have a rough. And maybe next year's gonna be rough as well. Maybe even the year after that, and then after that you could be
like when I was like looking at it too, I thought they were gonna be the bounce back team.
I thought that I had them first.
Yeah,
I had them first in the conference.
yeah.
They're last. Like,
No,
they
I know.
clearly didn't live up to it.
Yeah.
I was totally wrong. It was a wild take, but they did the same thing last year. They're doing the same thing this year. This is no fluke. This is just who they are. It's over. The Rangers. There was a point where they had Tarasenko, they had Patrick Kane. Remember, like they had these big names where it's like, wow, they're ready, but they were getting too old. They made all those moves, and now you're seeing their team is just really old. They don't move, especially if they're like really fast teams are on the transition. They just can't catch up. It's a young man sport, man. It's like you even if you have a bunch of guys who are 30, 32, technically in this league is too old. You need guys in their mid 20s. Like this is the window's getting smaller and smaller as the years are going on.
Well, like I don't know the way I see it, because even you look at that Tampa Bay team, right?
Yeah,
they're pretty on the older side too, right?
Yeah.
So
that's a good point. I mean, they do have, but the thing is with them is they have a few good stories going on this year.
But
that's the reason why.
Well, it's I don't really think it's like age. I think it's just that's why I say coaching's such a, because even you look at that Buffalo team, sure they're young, but they're not.
But Hagel's not old. Like he's not really old. Sorelli's not like really old either.
But they're not like Hagel's.
But they have a good mix of everything. That's what you need.
Mm-hmm.
When you look at the Rangers, all their core players are old.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, Fox.
I'm just curious. What are the oldest? You want to pull it up? Oldest team, average age by team.
The Pittsburgh Penguins. So it looks like number one is Pittsburgh, at average age of almost 31.
Yep.
Then you got the Winnipeg Jets are almost average age of 31.
Mm-hmm.
The Kings at 30.6. Yeah, Leafs at 30. See, Leafs are one of the oldest teams as well. Almost at 31. Same thing with the Oilers at 30. Yeah, you got the Rangers are not even in the top 10. Interesting.
You sure this is right?
That's what it says. Wow. Rangers are right in the middle. They're right in the middle of old. I don't know, man. I guess I was wrong. I don't know. When I watch them play, they just look older.
Mm-hmm.
They just play old.
Yeah, that's what I was like saying, because I'm like,
yeah.
Like I knew Pittsburgh's up there in age.
Pittsburgh's a definite. I think everybody already knows about that.
Well,
I mean, that's just because
Malkin.
Yeah, you got
and
Malkin,
Crosby,
you got Crosby, Letang.
They're gonna bring up your age, and even
Carlson.
Yeah,
you got a bunch of older guys. So, but yeah, I don't know. With the Rangers, I feel like they got a couple of guys. I think they should be a little more aggressive. They should make some aggressive moves now, and just stop this nonsense of just saying that I'm going to trade 1-2 pieces and we're going to turn it around. I think for them, they need to make a couple more. I think they tried it for quite a bit of time with the core players they had, and it hasn't worked out. So, gotta change it up and see what you can get.